That morning, a golden sunbeam landed right on the biggest, roundest pumpkin on the porch. 2-year-old Veer, a whirlwind of curiosity in dinosaur pajamas, pointed one pudgy finger at the enormous orange sphere. Mama, pumpkin, he declared, his voice a triumphant squeak. Lying patiently beside him, his faithful golden retriever Barnaby thumped his tail against the wooden deck, a low thump thump that sounded like agreement. Barnaby loved anything that involved Veer, especially if it involved food or fun. He gently nudged the boy's hand with his wet nose, his big brown eyes fixed on the boy, then the pumpkin. Mama, holding a warm cup of coffee, smiled down at her boys. Good morning, my little pumpkin lover. That's right, it's our big Halloween pumpkin. Veer looked up at her, a serious look on his face. Mama? He asked, pulling his voice into a high-pitched question. Do? Pumpkin? Barnaby whimpered softly, a question in his own language. Yes, Mama, the boy wants to know. What's the plan? Mama knelt down, ruffling Veer's already messy hair. That is the perfect question. It's Halloween today, so we have a few choices for what to do with the pumpkin. Should we? 3 pumpkin plans. Mama held up 3 fingers, though Veer was mostly fascinated by the color of her nail polish. Should we make a funny, spooky face? Mama wiggled her fingers like little ghosts. We can make a jack-o'-lantern. We scoop out all the gooey seeds, and then we carve a big, silly smile. When it gets dark, we put a candle inside so it glows. Barnaby's ears perked up at the mention of gooey seeds. He thought those sounded promising. Or, she continued, holding up the second finger, should we turn it into yummy treats? Mama licked her lips. We could cook the pumpkin and make soft, sweet pumpkin bread, or maybe even a little pumpkin puree for Barnaby to taste in his dinner. Barnaby suddenly sat up straight, his tail wagging fast enough to blur. Treats! This was a very good option. Or, she finished, wiggling her third finger, should we paint it? We can give the pumpkin bright colors, maybe blue, green, and a giant red nose. We can make a pumpkin clown or a pumpkin dinosaur to match your pajamas. Veer giggled, clapping his hands. Dino! Dino Pumpkin! Veer put his hands on his hips, considering. The jack-o'-lantern sounded fun, but he wasn't sure about the spooky face. The painted dinosaur pumpkin made him laugh. But the thought of treats and giving Barnaby something special. He pointed back at the pumpkin, then at Barnaby, then back at Mama. Treats! He shouted, his decision made. Barney treats! Barnaby gave a happy woof and licked Veer's cheek, showering him with love and